Hello guys, today we are going to solve this reverse an array or a string program. So you have to write a program to reverse an array or a string. So if we see the examples, we have an input which is 1 2 3, and we are getting the output corresponding to that as 3 to 1. So what happening is this 3 which comes the last comes as the first element, this 1 which comes as the first comes at the last position, right? So this is what happening. So if we have input as this 4512, so this will be converted as if 2 comes the last, then 2 will come first, then 1 comes, so 1 will be at the second position, then 5 comes, so second 5 will be third position, and then 4 comes, so 4 will come at the last position, right? So this is what we are going to do. So it is recommended by GFG, and even I recommend that you should solve it on practice first, and then you should move on to solution. So let's just practice it all first. So the question is reverse string, so you can bookmark it from here also if you like the question. So given a string s as input, you have to reverse the given string. So s will be an input string which will be given to us, and we have to reverse that string. That's it. So first line of input is containing a single integer t, which denotes the number of test cases. So first input will be t. T will tell us how many test cases there are, and then test cases will follow. So if we have t test cases, we will have t strings also. So for each string, for first line of each test case contains a string s. So first line of each test case will have a string s, and we have to reverse this string, right? So output is corresponding to each test case, print the string s in a reverse order. So for every string s, we have to print the reverse order, right? So here we have constraints, and as you can see, the constraints are quite small, so we can use the brute force also, and we can also use a customized or a better algorithm. So for now I'm just using the brute force algorithm first, and then we will look for the better solution given by the geeks for geeks. So let's see the example also. So what the example is, input is 3, so test case is 3, and then we have 3 strings. So these 3 strings will be printed in the output as reverse. So as you can see, this SKEEG is printed like this, SKEEG, in the reverse order. So this is what we have to do. So let's move into the code. So public static void main, the standard which we always have to write, then string args. Okay, so first I'll create a scanner object to take user input, right? So here I have a scanner object now. After creating a scanner object, I will take the number of test cases. T is equals to sc dot next, and so now I have the number of test cases required in the question. Now I'll use next line to remove the enter buffer of sc dot next int. Now I'll use a while loop for number of test cases, so t minus minus 0, right? And then I'll take an integer, take a input of string for each line for each test case. So we will have different tests each time for different test cases. I'll use a for loop, int I equals s dot length minus 1. So and then I is greater than equals to 0. It should be greater than equals to 0, and I minus minus, and then we'll be printing this also. So system dot out dot print, and we'll have s dot character at 0. Then I'll just print a new line here just to separate our answer. So what happening here is, if you focus on this line, what I'm doing here is instead of using the, okay, let's just move to here and I'll just copy paste the, yes. So what I'm here doing is okay, also let me take some example also. So 4 5 7 3 1. So if this is, let's say, okay, this is a array of integer and I also take a name, so let's say Harsh only. So I have Harsh. So what this line will do is int I equals to s of length minus 1. So s is Harsh for now, right? So s is Harsh, so s dot length will be equals to 5. So s dot length is equals to 5, and then we have minus 1. So s minus 1 will be 4. So I is starting from 4, right? And it will go till 0. So and what I'm doing is I'm using also s dot character at. So s dot character at 4. So this is at 0th index, this is at first index, this is at second, this is at third, and then this is at fourth index. So I'm going from 4 till 0 in reverse order. So I'm going from first, then third, then second, then first, and then 0. So I'm printing it like this. So character at 4, character at 3, character at 2, character at 1, character at 0. So this will be the order how I'll print it in the reverse order, right? So let's compile and run it. Let's see if it works or not. Okay, so output is giving me some different submitted. Let's see. स्क्रीन रिकॉर्ड नहीं करने देता है बट okay, so I've seen what the problem is. I've written 0 here. Instead of 0 there should be I. So it's moving from s dot length, so length minus 1, so at the last position, and then we'll be moving towards 0th position. So I think this should work. Let's compile and run this first. As it is a brute force solution, so it will take some time. Okay, so if we see y s l x o b, so if you take a closer look, we are getting y s l x o b. So I think rest is same also, so I think we are getting the correct output. So I'll just submit this and let's see what the result of this we get. So okay, correct answer, execution time. So as you can see, execution time is a bit you can say this is in nanoseconds, so it's fine for a small input, but if it is a large input it will take a lot of time. So this was the approach I took. So you can take any approach you want. I've just taken a single string and then I'm iterating its string backwards. So I'm taking the last index first and then I'm going backwards.